Hey guys, I'm Birdie and welcome back to my channel. This is Clown Cows. Disclaimer. These are thoughts, views, and opinions, but never facts. I'm a flawed human and my views are flawed as well. Do your own research and find your own beliefs. Never blindly follow anyone else's opinions without having the cause to do so. Be kind to others, and no, I'm not an expert in anything, so please seek expert advice if you have any questions. Okay, if you're ready, I'm ready, so let's get started. Today, I would like for us to imagine the shape of Amber's apartment. We can only speculate, sure, but the more she keeps the camera pointed in one spot and turns it off if she so much as sneezes, and the fact that she won't even pan over to show us the animals, I think she's got something to hide. I suspect that doggy pads are everywhere, and not just for Twinkie either, but for her own use as well. I imagine she's walking around, unbathed, naked from the waist down, and that her apartment likely reeks of human and animal excrement. I've always believed that the outside is a fair reflection of the inside. So, let's look quickly at the outside, because it's obvious. Amber puts makeup atop makeup to give the illusion of being put together, of having her life together, of being presentable. But her hair tells another story. It's so oily it looks like it's harboring diseases from the sheer buildup of filth. And keep in mind, too, that we were told she does not wash her hands after going to the restroom, and she's always touching her hair. So if Amber is using glitter and makeup and gemstones to trick us into thinking she's gotten ready for the day, chances are she's just trying to hide the dark reality of what her life is really like. But before I go further, let me say that the intention of this video is not to make fun of Amber and her filth. Rather, my intent is to look at how I believe she's quickly becoming less and less capable of maintaining a home on her own. The simple fact of her no longer showing her home at all like she used to, and feeling compelled to shut off the camera each time she gets up, leads me to believe it's possibly in such disarray she might fear being reported. People have reported Amber before due to her having animals. Imagine how quickly people would call animal services if they saw pee pads and biohazards and filth in the background that had built up in her home. It would make sense, though, just based on her past. Anytime she's ever lived anywhere, with or without partners, we've been told that her living conditions are horrid and her living quarters are uninhabitable. Once with Amber even accidentally showing us the cat shit all over the floor and heaped high out of the litter box, and this is when she was living with Destiny. Amber is simply not known for keeping a clean body or home. So, what happens if her health is currently deteriorating to a point where she can no longer provide a clean enough space to be safe for her pets and herself? I think it's when she'll call in reinforcements and introduce a new girlfriend, though I seriously doubt they'll occupy the apartment Amber currently rents. I think, though, the main point is to really consider how quickly Amber's health is failing. It's her heart, lungs, arthritis, gallbladder, constant bouts of cellulitis. Her own admission that she loses her breath quickly, and that, being over 500 pounds, which in reality I think she's at least 600 pounds, makes everyday life harder for her. She's on blood pressure medication and allegedly on antidepressants, and I'm sure being her size must be depressing. But she's told us that her weight contributes greatly to her physical hardships, and that it is a manifestation of what she has going on the inside. So again, if Amber cannot even take care of Amber, and if she sleeps all day and eats fast food all night, if pee pads are all over her floors, and if she can't even fit on a toilet and neglects cleaning her body regularly, then her apartment is likely unlivable, and I think this has been an ongoing issue for Amber for some time. Remember just recently when Amber claimed that her mom had the same marks on her arms that Amber had, which to me were clearly bed bug bites? And Amber said that her mother came over to check her bed for bed bugs? As I've said before, I think there's always roughly 10% truth to Amber's 90% lies. I believe Christine probably did come over, but I think it was to check on the overall condition of Amber's house. I think Christine knew that Amber had bed bugs and wanted to see how bad it had gotten. It's my opinion that Christine is well aware that Amber's ability to care for herself is dwindling, and I think Christine was essentially doing a welfare check. Notice that after Amber started filming to tell us the story about her mom coming over, she said that the bedding was in the wash. I think maybe Christine scolded Amber for food or food crumbs or something being all over her bed and explained that eating in bed would attract vermin, and that's why Amber started to wash her bedding. It's just my idea, not a fact, but I feel like Christine is very aware, not really concerned, but still very aware, that Amber is struggling on her own and it's only getting worse. She's been to the ER with Amber. Christine knows her daughter's true weight, I'm sure. She would likely know Amber's actual health issues versus what Amber has told us. Christine would know, so it would make sense if she did a welfare check periodically, especially if she had reason to believe that Amber's apartment had gotten to a point where she could be reported or face fines for the filth. If Amber cannot or will not take care of herself, if her untreated mental health conditions are so bad that it is a detrimental impact on her day-to-day life, and if the pets appear to be neglected, then why would any of us believe that she's taking care of her apartment? That wouldn't even make any sense. You see, Amber was in Wisconsin for 3 months, and possibly in that short time, she ruined Emily's floor by using puppy pads for herself, and left the sink in an unsanitary condition. She's gone further downhill since being back home, though. That's obvious. Look at how big she's gotten. I have never seen her bigger than she is now. She can hardly breathe, and in one of the last shorts that Amber did about a month or so ago on YouTube, I zoomed in and noticed the top part of the handle to Amber's little wagon sitting right beside the back door with what appeared to be trash piled up in it. So it does appear that she is hauling off her own garbage, which just furthers the idea, to me at least, that she wants to keep people away from her apartment. No friends, no family hanging out, no DoorDash hand delivering to her door any longer, and she refuses to use the trash pickup service that is provided to her. I really think her apartment probably smells awful and that she's embarrassed and afraid of being reported. I suspect it's only a matter of time before someone does call the office over the odors coming from her place, and maybe this will be her last renewal on her apartment as she'll have another girlfriend and move again. If she does make it to the new girlfriend era, though, it's going to be interesting. Because again, she looks worse than 2019, and certainly, if what she says about her health is true, she's farther gone than she's ever been, and her new girlfriend will have tasks and duties just to take care of Amber like we've never seen in any era before this. It won't just be wiping or periodically washing Amber's hair. I believe Amber is quickly approaching a phase in her life where she will be completely bedridden and require 24/7 assistance just to survive. I've never in my life seen someone's health deteriorate as quickly as Amber's has, and she's not even 35 years old yet. But I want to hear your thoughts and views and opinions on this. What physical shape do you suspect that Amber is actually in? Do you believe she has physically deteriorated to a point that she can no longer properly care for herself and that her mother is in fact coming over to do welfare checks on her? Do you think a new girlfriend will soon be entering the chat? And do you think she will have more duties than any other girlfriend has ever had as a caretaker before? Let me know what you think, and let me know what leads you to believe what you think as well, okay? I can't wait to hear from all of you. Be safe, be happy, be loved, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.